Yo, what is up? So I want to get a little bit more into doing some guides. I figured what better of a guide to do than Corrupt the Gauntlet. So this is something that you don't need any gear going into. You can have pretty mid stats. Like I got 87 attack, 97 strength, 88 defense, 89 range, and 90 magic with 76 prayer. They're not bad, but they're not great. But this can make you a lot of money. It's great for Iron Man. It's great for mains. The Hylix you get, number 1, is really good. You can get the Enhanced Crystal Weapon Seed, which is, I think, like 120 mil right now. You can get Crystal Armor Seeds. That's just all around really good. And it'll help you become a better player, a better RuneScaper, dude. And that's why we play. So when I get in, I'm always going to go in this same pattern, which is going to be these rooms here. You'll kind of see what I mean. I wish I had my mini map showing, but unfortunately I don't. So I usually do on this account tier 2 preps. You can do tier 3, you can do tier 1. Tier 2 is like a happy middle ground. You need 7 of each resource, which you can see I have down here. And these things here, these are not the demi bosses, but they're mobs in the Corrupted Gauntlet. There's these two, and then there's some that are even smaller. These guys give you a few more shards, and they give you a weapon frame every kill. First kill. The smaller ones is like a 1 in 3 chance, and they don't give you as many shards. So I like to kill these ones. They do a little bit more damage, but yeah, it's whatever. You just pray against it. We'll come up here. We'll mine all the resources we can. If one follows you like this guy did, you can just attack in between collecting resources. And it'll just give you more shards, which is always a good thing. As you can see, I came up. We don't want to go in front of that dragon because he's going to blast us with fire. The butthole. And we're just going to follow this route every single time. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't, sometimes you have to restart. It's all fine. You don't think you can make it, restart. It's better to waste 2 minutes than it is to waste 10 minutes, you know? I'll just make sure dragon can't see us here, but I want that Grim Root there, so we're gonna go grab that. Once you have the ore and the roots, you can drop the tool that you use to get it, because you no longer need it once you have 7. And we're just gonna continue with the scout. That root here, I usually grab, or not a root, sorry, a Grim Leaf. I usually grab 2 Grim Leaves right off the hop. Sometimes I pray against these guys. They can add up pretty quick. So we need 4 more here. And a nice little trick here is drop something, mine it, and then you can drop the pickaxe and then pick that thing you dropped up first, which was a Grim Leaf. Now we're gonna go, we have a lot of shards. I call this being shard rich. It's how you want to go into every CG. The last thing you want to be doing is struggling for shards. Wrong place. So we see a dragon up there for sure. We're going to make a staff because he gives us the orb, which makes a tier 3 staff. I always make tier 1 armor right off the hop and 3 vials. And then whatever I have left, I can make. So looks like we got tier 2 helmet and chest. And we're going to fill up our vials. On the second time out, we want to get as much fish as we can. We're going to start focusing on food. And we can make all of our potions while we're on the move. So this is like the major time save for CG. You want to be slowly moving towards where you need to be, as well as making potions in between attacks. This is how you're going to have a successful tier 3 prep every single time. There's a few different methods you can do with filling vials and using the ponds as well while you're fishing them, but sometimes I just say F it and we go and just fill up right away. Fill up the vials from the spout. We can drop the Pestle and Mortar now because we don't actually need it anymore once we have our 3 potions. Then as you're moving, same thing, you just condense it, save some inventory space. Inventory space is like pretty huge at this point because we want to bring back as much fish as we can without having to go back. Getting a little scammed on demis right now, but it's okay. We got lots of time left. Perfect. We could do a bear. We'll do a bear. Ali isn't my favorite weapon to use, but it's a weapon, you know. It's technically on my best DPS because of my stats, but it's a little awkward to use, I'll be honest. But it's not like a normal melee weapon. You do actually have like an extra tile distance of attack. I'll kind of show you once we get into the boss. Gauntlet himself, definitely like a little bit of a tricky boss. So he's gonna attack with range or mage 4 times, and then he'll switch. And I believe it's every 6th time that you attack him, then he'll change his overhead prayers. So you kind of have to pay attention to 2 different like rhythms, if you will. You know, we're just seeing what do we need. So we can drop, we want to clear as much inventory space as we can to bring back as many fish as we can. And I'm usually good with this amount of food here. This was actually like a really smooth prep. And we need like, don't need, I just want to get as many, I just want to get more shards than I need. So we'll come here, collect this guy. Teleport back with your crystal seed. Come here. I drop some foods. And then we go and build the rest of our, I've dropped too many food, whatever. Come back here and we'll build the rest of our tier 2 equipment as well as our tier 3 weapons. Then we can go and don't double click that. Now we can go in and cook our food. If you have less than 45 seconds by the time you're trying to cook a near full inventory of fish, you're probably just gonna have to reset. You'll get the times the more you do this, but the prep time is like very doable with tier 2 and is very doable with tier 3 as well. I used to do a couple tier 3s when I was a hardcore. So he'll always pray or go in praying range all the time. Now pay attention to his attacks because we're gonna need to switch our prayer. So on his 4th attack, he'll do a little motion, which he attacks with mage now, which is his overhead. We go in. That pink ball will take down your prayer. Now see, we're using a melee weapon, but we have this extra tile distance. Again, range prayer. I try not to eat until the tornadoes come out. So if you cannot eat until the tornadoes come out, then you're chilling. A tornado true tile is a very big help as well. Always make sure that you get your prayer back up immediately when that pink ball comes out. Best place to have Hunlif is on exactly where we got him, actually. So you want him 1 tile and 1 tile, or you can have him 2 tiles and 1 tile away from the wall. So as you can see, I'm getting pretty low here, but I'm gonna wait till he stems the tornadoes, and then we're gonna run. And at this point, like, make sure your prayers are good. You don't need to panic. Just running around. You don't even need to attack. Look, I'm not even attacking. Not even attacking. If you can't attack safely, don't do it because you will get smacked out by Hunlif's tornadoes. When there's 4 of them, he will do some serious damage, even in tier 2. So we're just paying attention to his overhead prayer. We're just paying attention to when he switches attacks. And it's never going to be melee. He'll only melee you if you walk underneath him. So it's always going to be between mage and range. Start getting a little bit more comfortable. Hang out for a bit, wait for the tornadoes to come, skip over them. Some people do 2 weapons, always do 2 tier 3s at a minimum. You never want to come in with like a tier 2 weapon. I do sometimes if I really scuff prep, but it's just not a fun time. Oh, see, we got hit by a tornado there. It's okay though, we'll just run around and we'll just spam eat. No big deal. I like to go in with at least 2 full potions. Obviously, I think 1 is honestly good enough, but you always want to leave yourself with more. And I think some of people's biggest issue with this is that they try to speed the Hunlif fight up more than it can actually go. It's a long fight. Like there's times where my prep actually is shorter than the actual Hunlif fight. That's fine. Like, we got nothing but time. If we have all this food, like, we have nothing but time. You don't need to rush anything. You don't need to, like, hit every DPS tick. Just make sure your overheads are good and hit when you can. Don't stand on the piss pools, because that it clearly, as you can see, it definitely hurts. But that's why we do tier 2. In case of a fuck up like that. We are allowed to live. We get to live. Look at that. So as you can see here, these are the safe tiles for when he's in this enrage phase. These 2 tiles will never get hit. It doesn't mean that you don't have to dodge the tornado still though, so you definitely still do, but it's okay. If you're not comfortable, run around. Once you get a little bit more comfortable, you can run in and kind of sneak an attack in. This is like a great piece of content for if you want to get better, for understanding ticks, for understanding like how to DPS and move. And just like that, folks. Easy KC. Easy KC. Sword chest. Of course, there's nothing. You're probably not going to get anything for a little while. I know some people who have gone 900 dry. I've seen some Reddit posts that have gone 3,000 dry, and it's going to be a grind. But it's good fun, man. It's good fun. You have something you can work towards. You know, you got your kill times that you can always bring down. Practice, practice, practice. It's honestly not a bad piece of content. It's really fun. I think it's good GP for mains. Super good for irons. This is actually like a lower tier chest that I opened there. Usually you get some rune items, everything like that, but still, this for an iron, this isn't bad. This is but this is the first guide that I've ever done, so drop a follow, drop a like. I stream on Twitch, twitchtv.com or twitch.tv/suipig. Come hang out and stream, dude. I'd really appreciate that. Anyways, until next time, peace.